Hi everyone. So today's class will be, I am thinking, let me share my screen. Today's class, I am thinking to take over uh, date and time. So time is important. So suppose today's class, I'll be taking on the time. Time is also important when you are handling data because you can have something related to time when some order is placed or what is the exact time, what is the sales report over the years. So this is going to be a important thing in your database journey. So today is a time event. Time is important. So this is the first week event of 2022, and currently I am in Helsinki, in Finland. So actually, I have a dream to go around all the corners of the world. So I have a dream to achieve 100 countries. So, and believe me, my job is helping me on that, because in this field you can switch your companies, you can switch the job, you can take the job in any place of the world. So currently I am in Europe, and I have a plan to, currently I am in a bit north in the Europe. So I have a plan to go over all those Scandinavian countries and the Baltic countries and to live their life. So here I am doing that in Finland currently. So after the exploration happened with these countries, I will move to some other countries probably in later of the year, in later classes. I can probably tell you that I am in a Central Europe or somewhere else in the world. So I will suggest the same thing to you. So like go for your dream, whatever you have, whatever passion you have, whatever hobbies you have, continue that. You can continue those hobbies and passion with doing this job even. So it is kind of stupidity to do only jobs or to do only study. So I will always prefer to listen for your heart, and whatever you like, just do that. This job is not be like a troublesome thing for you. Do not need to do this job for the throughout the day. Keep some time for your hobbies and passions as well. So probably one day I will be able to tell you that, okay, I have covered 100 countries in the world. So let's see what will happen. So for the time being, uh, date time is a field that you can add in your table. We have already learned about integer. We have learned about varchar. We have learned about numeric. So now it is the time for date time. So let me check what we have, what data we have in our database. So it is student, I guess. Yeah. So let me add few columns. Let me add our first column, like date of joining, say when a student joined the class. So alter table student, you can probably remember. Add date of joining, in short DOJ. And for the very first time, I will give this data type, date time. Let me add this. Let me update few data in this table. Currently, all the values are null. So date time has a pretty complicated format. First, it starts with year, then hyphen, then month, then hyphen, then day. After that, giving a space, it is hour, colon minute, colon second, dot millisecond, something like that. So what I do and what I prefer always, not to remember any single thing in your memory. If you forget the syntax, go for the Google, but do not remember anything. That is, if anything is creating a headache or pressure in your means head, so just ignore that. I will prefer not to remember anything. What I do in this case, I always write this syntax, select get date. So what is the functionality of select get date? It returns the current date and time. If I execute that, look, today is 4th of January. We are in the first week of 2022 in the new year, and it is current time is 2:21 p.m. or 14:21, you can say. So I will just copy this thing, and I will use that in my to update the data. So I will write update student set date of joining equals to this copied thing, and where I'm going to update that for roll number 1. So suppose roll number 1 joined somewhere in 2020. I will just fill it up. I will keep the format and I will fill it up according to my preferences. So 15 December 2020, someone joined, the roll number 1 joined my class. It was 9 a.m. in the morning, something. If you do not know, you can keep it blank as well. Let me keep it blank for all other fields and let me run this. For roll number 2, let me change the date a bit. It will be say 2021 on the month of March. It is 28th March. I do not know the time, so let it be 0. And you can do that accordingly for all the data. You can even, let me do one thing, let me comment it out. Commenting means this part will not be executed. You can just simply give 2 hyphens and it will be, it means you are commenting this line, because means it is not going to execute anymore. But this is not my purpose today. I can use something like get date. Get date always returns the current date and timing. So if I run this get date now, it will be 1423. Okay, 4th January 1423, 33 seconds. If I run it again, it is 37 seconds. So it keeps changing. Okay, so what I can do, I can simply write -1, means it will give the date for 3rd of January. Okay, so today is 4th of January, so it will be giving me 3rd of January. So just let's take a look for roll number 3. Take a look here, it is 3rd of January has been inserted. So minus some value means it is minus the number of days. It is not number of month, it is not number of hours, not number of minutes, not number of years, it is only the day. So if I write something -100, it will be something, some date 100 days ago. So it is 4th January, it will be some around, I guess, in September 2021. I'm not that good in mathematics, but still, let me take a look. Yeah, it is 26th of September 2021 for roll number 3 again. Okay, sorry, I did a mistake. It should be for roll number 4. Yeah, and roll number 3 we have updated as indicated -1. So you can play with this kind of thing, and let me fill up with some arbitrary date for this 6 value. Let me just do that quickly. So I have filled up this table with some arbitrary values. I just pause the screen for a few minutes. Let me share the screen again. Yeah. So if I run this table, you can see I have filled this up with some arbitrary values. Let me delete this all now. And this is date time. And okay, so now the next statement, what I can write is, if you face any doubt, you can write me in the comment line and probably will be able to update all the lines by yourself by writing roll 1, roll equals to 2, kind of that. I have updated 3 of them in front of you, and the rest of them I didn't waste the time. There is no meaning to make the video longer, so just I have updated all those by myself. So now what I can do, first thing, I can do all those tasks that I can do with the integer field or a varchar field. Like I can order it by the date of joining, so everything will be in order. Let me take a look. Look, the roll number 6 joined at first. She joined on 1st of February 2020, then 1st of August, then someone joined on 8th of December. Pranav joined on that day. 15 December, George joined on that day, and the latest one is Jerry. She joined on 3rd of January 2022. So you can do it in that way, order by date of joining. You can do it like order of date of joining descending. So it is just a data type, believe me. Okay, you can also write top 1 star. So the whoever joined latest means Jerry's details will be displayed. So everything will be same. You can only display the name and roll number of Jerry, name and roll. So that is also okay. Let me take a look. Yep, it is working. So it is similar like the other data types. You can do the same thing. What we have learned in first few chapters, you can do the same with this data with this field as well, date of joining. So what else we can do? What else? So we can do something like select star from, we can uh, determine the hour part of from this. Like I can simply write hour of date of joining, or sorry, let me write only year of date of joining. That means it will fetch the year from that date part. So this is a function. This is a function. It is just it is a ready-made function that can extract the year. Take a look. Date of joining is here. It is 2020, and I am fetching out 2020 out of it. I can also fetch out the month. Everything you can do that. So there are, believe me, there are several functions available for this date time thing. I have used almost 20-25 of them, but I will prefer do not remember all those. Okay, do not remember all those. I will show you how to manipulate the functions with from that list of several functions available. I will show that in few minutes. But for the time being, I am going to show you few of them which are important and repeatedly used in my career. What I have seen, like year function has been used, widely used, month, those things I can remember. Other than that, I cannot remember even the rest of the functions. So I can write day of joining. So if you can run, you can see it has been splitted into several fields. Like here, 2020 15 December is being splitted as 2020 December 15th, kind of that. Okay, so this is the way you can manipulate. Okay, so here I can do several tasks. Like if you want to see the year wise count of student, so what we can do, I can take it as a year, suppose a extra column, and I can write select star from, and something like I can take it in a subquery and give it a name like TB table. And if I run this, it will be treated as an extra field called year. And here I can do the group by year, and here I can write year wise count of student. So I can simply run this query and it will give me a result like in 2020 we have only 4 students joined the organization, say. In 2021 only 5 students, and 2022 only 2 students joined this class. So this is the way you can manipulate with the date time. It is simply like or other data types. It behaves like same. So okay, so we have learned this year, month, and day. Apart from that, what we can do, suppose I want to do some where, I can write some where clause. Like I can manipulate this. My birthday is 20th December, so I just want to see who joined before my birthday of 2021. So I can just write where date of joining less than equals to less than 20th December. So it will be 2021 12 20. I really do not remember that format. So what the easiest thing will be this one, to just copy the format and just fill it up with your desired date. So for me, the time doesn't matter, so I can give any time. You can give any time as per your requirement. So here I just want to see whoever joined the class before my birthday. So it is something, these 9 students joined. If I want to take a look whoever comes after 20th December, so the date of joining should be greater than equals to, okay, just remember this thing. After 20th December means greater than equals to 20th December 2021. So if I take a look, only 2 students joined after my birthday last year. Okay, so you can use this date of joining or date time field anywhere, like integer, like varchar. It behaves same. Okay, so I want to mention another thing here. So I have started showing you the use of these functions. These functions can be applied to some variables as well. Like we have learned the variable in last class, we can declare some variables here as well with the date time format. So everything we have done, it can be applied for our date field as well. That is my means that I need to prove. Okay, so I can write something like select at the rate d equals to some random date. Let me give my birthday as well. So let me give that, and I can print that select at the rate d. So any functions can be applied to the variable as well as to the table values as well. Okay, so let me run it first. I can write at here at the rate d. So we have learned how to apply, how to work with the variables, how to work with the table variables as well, table values as well. So here it is giving 2021. It is fetching that date. Take a look. Okay, so the similar thing we have done here as well. This year function is doing the same thing, but here I have applied that in a table. So it is converting all the data here to year, and here it is converting only this particular value, 2021-20 December. So the behave of this function is same. Okay, I have to run the full set of query. Yeah, it is giving the same. So the behavior of this function is same if I am applying it to a variable, single variable, even if I am applying it to a table field. So the behave will always be same. So now I will check some other things now, some other useful function that I can remember. Probably I can remember hardly 7 or 8 function that is mostly used, and rest of things I will show you how to explore the rest of the functions. Probably 100 functions are there, 100, I cannot remember. It will be 50 to 100 functions are available in SQL. Out of that, I can only remember 8 to 10 functions only. So because rest of them you do not need to remember, you can just go to Google to fulfill your requirement. I will show you in few minutes. But for the time being, what are the other functions available? It is date diff is one of the important function. So date diff, what I can remember, it takes three inputs. What I can remember, let me take a look. Select start from student. So I can do something like date diff, and it should give you a prompt. Here for some reason it is not giving me the prompt. So date diff, the first place is what I can remember, you can give the interval. So here if I want to basically what I am trying to achieve by this function, date diff is some function by which you can get the difference between two dates, and the difference in terms of years or in terms of month or in terms of days that you can mention. First let me start with day. So, and the difference between, say, get date, the current date, and the the starting date. Starting date should be date of joining, and the ending date should be get date. Even you can, if you do the mistakes, you can simply understand that and change the sequence. Okay, first let me, even I cannot remember it properly, so let me execute it first. So take a look. It is 385 days ago. The difference between current date and 15 December 2020 is 385. Here, if you can check, 3rd January of 2022, and today's date is 4th January of 2022. So the difference is 1 day. So somehow, suppose if you have written it in a wrong sequence, get date is on the first place and the date of joining in the second place, what will happen? Take a look. All the details will come in a negative way. Okay, so do not need to remember the sequence. You just, if you have written the wrong query, just simply replace the position of date of joining. So in general, it is the day, the interval, the difference interval you want to see. It is the starting date, it is the ending date. Okay, so if you want to see the difference in terms of month, you can mention month in the first place, and you will check all the differences in terms of month. So here the person Jerry who joined on 3rd January, so the month wise there is no difference because she joined on the same month. Here as well, Jacob joined on the same month, January 2022. Whoever joined on 26th of September 2021, they joined 4 months ago. Take a look. So here, Mikhail joined 4 months ago. Same for George. George joined 13 months ago. So you can do that. Even you can see the difference in terms of year. So these things are ready-made in nature. You can do whatever you want. So look, George joined 2 years ago. Chris joined 1 year ago. And Jerry and Jacob joined in this year itself, 2022. So you cannot see any difference. So you can play with this data. Even you can do something like date add. So the next function will be date add. So date add will be something like date add, and you can add 1 year to this date. You can simply write year 1 and date of joining. So what does it mean? It means it will give 2020 15 December will turn into 15 December of 2021. 28th March of 2021 will turn into 28th March of 2022. So it will add 1 year to date of joining. You can add 2 years of date of joining. Let me check out. Take a look. It becomes 15 December 2022. But the original data was 15 December 2020, but it become 15 December 2022. You can manipulate with month. So this part you can manipulate with anything. So let me check out. Just take a look. 2 months added. So 15 December 2020 become 15th February of 2021. Okay, so you can play with this date add. What else we can do? What else we can date add also have 3 arguments. So what else we can use? End of month I can use. Okay, so okay, before that I can add day even. Before using end of month I can use day even, day of 1, date of joining. So it will add just 1 day. Okay, so look, 15 December 2021 becomes 16th December. Okay, so I can achieve this using this as well. Without the date adding part can be achieved as this way as well. Probably let me check, because I really do not remember. I just deliberately, intentionally, I do not remember all those things. But here, take a look. If it is day, by default, this number is day. If you can do even get date +1, get date -2, as I have shown you just few minutes back. So if you add 1, it will be, if you do not mention anything, it will be day. Okay. If you want to add 1 month, you can simply write it here, month or year, as per your requirement. So look, you can also, I have already have shown you, we can also do something like this, get date +1, get date -1, kind of that. Okay, you can apply all these function to a SQL variable, date time variable. I mean to say on this @ some variables, you can apply all those functions. You can also apply all those functions on get date as well. Means these functions are same, behaving same in all cases. Look, it is here. If I add something called date add, I can mention month. So the behavior of function is always same. So current date +1 month. Okay, sorry, I have done a terrible mistake. It is not something string. You do not need to give any code. It is just a month only. So look, it becomes 4th of February 2022. Currently today is 4th of January. So those manipulation you can do with any of this thing. Means this function can be applied to table values or table field. This variable can be applied to get date thing. This variable can be applied to SQL variables as well. Behave will be same. Okay, So these three, on these three thing, you can apply all those functions I am writing currently. So end of month is something, some another variable. Okay, let me apply it to the select end of month to get date. So it will be the last date of the current month. Take a look. It is 31 January of 2022. It can be the, okay. Now, if I want to find the first date of next month, what you can do? You can simply write +1. So it will be 1st February of 2022. Okay, so sorry, it is giving some problem because end of month is, date is incompatible with int. Let me take operand. Okay, so what I can do, I can first make it, it is not a date for the time being. Let me take a look. It is not a date time function. Take a look, because in date time function you are going to have that format, hour, minute and second. So you have two options here. So first thing, do not go for two options. Just I can simply cast it to date time. We have learned cast as well. So I can change this, whatever it is. It is a varchar for the time being, but I can change this to date time. So I have changed this to date time. Now this format is known to you. And after doing this, I can do the +1. Means it will become 1st of February. So you can do something like this. Okay. So end of month +1. Now, if you want to, if you suppose some requirements here now, you need to find the last day of last month. Okay. Standing on this 4th of January, I need to find 31st December. If the current date is 25th of December, then I need to find 30th November. I don't know the last day of the last month. It might be anything. In real life, believe me, the use of these kinds of requirement is huge. Suppose you need to send the full data of the last month, or you need to find the last day of the month and you need to send a particular report to your boss. So it should be automatically done. In the month of February, suppose it is leap year, it should be sent on 29th February. And if it is not leap year, it should be sent on 28th of February. So for all of these, you do not need to manually check. You can simply manipulate with date, and you can send automatically data to your, means you can automate the process. So how can I do that? So this is a requirement. You need to find the last day of the last month. So current date is 4th January. So the last date was on the previous year, it was 31st December. And my goal is to find this 31st December. So what can I do? You can take several approaches. The first approach that I can remember for the time being, the get date minus the day function from get date. So day of get date means 4, because today is the 4th January. Let me show you. It should give me 4 because it is the 4th day. And what I can do after that, get date minus 4. That means it is 31st December. That is the easiest approach I can take. What are the other approach? Let me take it like approach 1. Whatever is coming in your mind, you can go for that approach. Okay, it might be complicated, but still, end of month function I can use for the current month. It is get date, say it is 31st of January. What I can do, first I have to convert it into date time. So now it is 31st of January, and after that I will put a date add. Date add function we have learned. I will add a month, but this time it will be -1. Okay, so I will add -1 month into this current date. So 31st January should become 31st of December if I add -1 month. So you can take any approaches, even you can find some other approaches as well, but I'm not discussing that for the time being. So you can do whatever you want. Okay, so this is the thing. So we have achieved this part. Apart from that, what else we can do? What else we can do? Suppose you do not know the other functions. Now someone gives you a requirement, like two requirements. Requirement one is you need to present the date in a format of say year slash month slash dd. No hour, no minute, no seconds. Someone needs this in this format. And requirement two is pretty weird. I don't know if anyone use this format or not. Suppose it is month slash day slash year. So what will be your approach? What will be your approach? Your first approach will be to search in Google if anything is available like this or not. So let me go to Google. Just a minute. If anything is available in Google, if anything ready-made is available, we can use that. If not, we can try to create it by our own. So this format in SQL, if I search that, okay, YYMMDD. Let me check if I can find anything. So here they have given all the details. If you can open any one out of this, and they have given something convert function. Take a look, something convert. Okay, so you can convert. You can open any link and you will get this. Okay, here are multiple links they are providing. So I can open this one as well. So take a look. They are using some convert function. Okay, I don't know what is it. So take a look. They are providing something like this. So probably my requirement was this YYYMMDD. Probably, let me check. Yeah, it is YYYMMDD. So if it is matched, you can take this out. Yeah, it is matching. So it is saying 111 is the code. So how can I use 111? They have given an example as well. Yeah, like this: convert, then varchar, then the date, and then the 101. So in my case, it will be 111. So convert is another important function. Either you can remember or you cannot. It is your choice. So I will just copy paste from Google, take a look, and I will give 111 because it is not a history subject or it is not a geography subject, so that you can so that you can remember all those things, all those codes. Even I really do not remember all those codes because Google is always available in your phone or in your workplace. So it is not a huge challenge. So I will just simply, if I execute this, okay, sorry, our part is get date. I'm not going to use that date format for the time being. So it is get date. Take a look. We have achieved that. So let me play with the other format as well. So it is already, I have achieved. Take a look. Our goal was to achieve this format. Okay, it was 111. Okay, let me first show the same for our table as well, for all the date of joining. So I can simply write this instead of get date. I have to give date of joining, and as it is coming from a table, so I can mention this. We have already discussed, I can apply this to get date, I can apply this to any table field, and I can apply this to any SQL variable as well. So take a look, all of the date of joining are coming in this format. I can simply put a star and comma, and I can put this convert function on the date of joining field. So all the date of joining are being shown in this format. Now, my requirement is, the second requirement is to play with in this format, MMDDYY, and this is pretty weird. So let me check if anything is available in this way or not. MMDDYYY. I cannot see any of them. Let me search in Google again. If anyone has done this work or not. If anyone has done this work, I will copy that. Okay. So MMDDYYY. Yeah, this format. Let me take a look if anyone has done anything. DDMMYY, I do not want DDMMYY, DDMMYY. I do not want those. MMDDYY. Okay, let me take a look if anyone has done anything or not. No, they have not. I'm not getting any meaningful. They have done something weird. Probably it might work, it might not work. I mean, I'm not going to take that risk. I think no, 101 is giving something else. It is not giving MMDDYY. They are talking about YYMMDD. That is not what I'm looking for. So let me create that by my own. Okay. So the format is MMDDYYY. So what I can do, if you do not find anything, in the Google, so go for this approach. Select day from date of joining, comma, sorry, let me take a look, month first. So it is month of date of joining, day of date of joining, and year of date of joining. So it will become something weird. So just follow what I am doing from the very starting so that it will be a meaningful thing. So look, this is the month, day, and year. So if I simply add them, it should become something meaningful. But here, what it will do, it will simply add 12, 15, and 2022, 2020, and it will become something 2047, 2052, because these are the numbers only for the time being. So what I will do, I will convert them. Even okay, let me first try to add a slash. Probably in my requirement, it was a slash. Let me take a look. Yeah, it was a slash. So if I try to add them, it will create a error message. Like you cannot add a slash to a data type int, obviously. So what I need to do, I need to simply do cast this as a varchar, because I cannot add an integer number with that varchar symbol. So month cannot exceed 2. So I can given 2. I have given 2. So here it is a varchar. So that's why I have to convert this number to varchar. But the original was date. So I am trying to play with all of them. So the same thing again, plus cast now day as the same thing varchar. Day cannot exceed 30. So it will be, the length will be 2 always. So plus this. And the last one, this one, cast a year as varchar 4. It will be, because a year is having length of 4. So I can use this. Sorry. Okay. So now if I run this, it should behave, it should give my desired output. Take a look. Okay. So it is first month, then day, then the year. So probably no one is going to use the date time in this format, but still, if the requirement came in your workplace or in your project anywhere, you can follow this approach. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can tell me in the comment box. I will try to address those doubts. So we have learned as well convert. So there is one famous interview question, or the famous database question: what is the difference between cast and convert? So cast and convert both can change the data type of a field, but convert has some style codes that we have checked. In convert, we have some style code like this 111, 101. We can use those. So for 111, it has given the format of this. If I use 101, I really do not remember all those. I always go to Google, because there is no need to remember all those. So 101 is something like this. 102, you can explore all this. So convert has those style code. Look, the dates are separated out by a dot here. So you can use any of this format. Okay. So that's the thing you can follow. What else we can do? Let me remember. What else? I hope we are good, but we can search few of the date time functions from Google, what are available there, so we can take a look. It is not required to remember everything, but still, date time functions available in SQL Server. So Get date we know now. Okay, date part is the important one. I cannot remember always, but let me try. Let me check if I can remember those or not. Okay, so let me go back to a new query. So select date part. Okay, now this is giving me the options. This is giving me the hint. So it is the interval. Interval I can mention month. Say date. Yeah, let me give get date, or you can mention date of joining as well for the timing get date. And I think that's all. Yeah, those were giving two options only. Take a look, it is month number 1. The same thing can be done using month function as well, but here you can give some extra thing like day of year, weekday, number of weekday, those you can find as well. So it is weekday number 3, kind of that. I really do not use those much, but you can use something called uh, day, what else available, day. So you can use day number 4. This can be also achievable by some day function. There are some other as well. I can remember date name is there. You can simple, if you run both of them, yeah, it is giving the same thing. What else? Weekday, if I run. Okay, and let it be weekday as well. So, okay, take a look. There are minor differences are there. For date part, it is giving 3. For date name, it is giving Tuesday. So you can mention anything as per your need. You can apply the same for the date of joining as well. Date of joining from student table. Okay. So kind of that. And if you use the same here called date name, so you can search it in Google and you can get the answer. Okay, so joining date of each person as per the day. So there are many more. Let me take a look. So let me go to the Microsoft site directly. So there are many. You can extract time, you can extract date. Okay, let me show you the date, use of date. So select date only, means no time is needed. I am fetching only the date. Let's get date and date. So let me take, okay, sorry, what is saying? Okay, it is not a function name building. Okay, so just a minute. It is saying it is SQL Server. Yeah, I guess. So let me apply that to date of joining. I think it will not work. Still, let me try. Okay, if it is date or not, date is not good. Something. Okay, it is called data type. Sorry. It is data type. So we have learned date time only for the time being, not date. Sorry. Bad. Something bad from my side. Okay, get date we have done. Okay, date name, date part, day, month of year we have done. Okay, so there are functions called date from parts. You can go through that. Date from 2 parts. So there are many. Date diff we have done. No need to do date diff big. It is not frequently used. If needed, you can go to Google. Yeah, you can search. Date add we have done. End of month we have done. These are not important, but still you can take a look. You can try all of them. Each date you can check. Each date is an expression. It always gives something like equals to this thing. You can read. Okay, let me read this out. IsDate is a deterministic only used with the convert function when the convert style parameter is not specified. When style is not equals to this, it means isDate is a thing which determines if the date is valid or not. Okay, and you can put the expression here like it is meaning isDate, and I can give, okay, date of joining, let it be. So it checks all the date of joining is valid or not. If I write something called 2020, 2020, say year dot month is 12 or 02 February and 01, it will be probably saying me if it is a correct format or not. Yeah, it is correct. Okay, I do not need student anymore. I just want to check if it is correct format or not. Yeah, it is correct. But if I give something 29th, it should be okay because it is leap year. Yeah, but if I give the same date for 2090, it should not be okay. Yeah, look, it is giving 0. So believe me, this is date function I am using for the first time. And how I did that? By reading the explanation from Google, from the Microsoft site itself. So you can follow the same. Whenever a requirement come, you can first take a look if anything ready-made is available or not. So if anyone asks you to validate one date by yourself, it will be, believe me, it will be tremendous effort it will be requiring, because the date might be in this format, a date might be in this format. Take a look here, it will be 0. But if I give 28th of February, it will be good. Take a look. So the date can be in this slash format, date can be in hyphen format. So it will be, it can be in dot format, or it can be simply like this. So even it can be like DDMMYY format. So it is complicated. So for you, it will be a like a 1 month work, believe me, to take all those formats of date and validate if this date is really happening, is this a valid date or not. So it will be a hectic for you. So just go for this is date function. So if it is the requirement came in my workplace, I will simply search in Google first. If something is available like this is date, then I will simply take that and use that. If not, then I will start thinking. But in most of the cases, you will get the things available in Google. You just need to use the function in this way, like I have done. So that's all about date time. Probably from the next class, we'll be in a good situation to use the date time format. So even just the last thing, even the last thing I want to show, declare at the rate d date time we have used. We have done something like select at the rate d equals to say get date. I'm not going to write it anymore. And after that, I have printed select at the rate d. So date time I have shown you. Okay. So the same format is available for date as well. So there is another data type available for date, and you can do the same manipulation for the date as well. It is just not showing the time. It is only date. So the things are almost same. No need to think, no need to get tense like I do not know date, but I know date time. Do not think in that way. Everything is same. So you can use any of them, but you need to be confident that, okay, I have used date time, so I can use the rest of the data types as well. Okay. So yeah, I will try to cover all of them one by one, but for the time being, my goal was to show how the date time works in SQL Server. So that's all. Probably practice all of them. If you have any doubt, you can mention me in the comment box. I will try to answer them properly in next classes. Okay, bye for the day then, and Happy New Year. I know you might be seeing this later, somewhere in 2022 or somewhere in 2023, 4 even. So, but still, today is a first week of this year. So yeah, bye for the day. See you again. Bye.